Under the Assessment and Treatments tab of the EMS side, we're going to be going into Add Vitals. This is going to be the screen that pops up. So the staff that obtains the vital signs is what you're going to want to put here. What time the vitals were taken as well. First box is going to be pulse rate. Of course, it's just going to be the heart rate that you get, respiratory rate, blood pressure. If you're able to get a standard blood pressure, you can put that in that way. Or if you have, if you get a palpated blood pressure, you just put in the systolic, then click this button here, BiPalp, and that'll change it. Your SpO2 reading, cap refill time in seconds. For the paramedics that are here, if you have the patient on the cardiac monitor, you could select the cardiac rhythm interpretation as well. Bottom section is going to be the Glasgow Coma Scale. You could fill this all out. It's not required, but if you have some sort of call where the patient's altered and you wanted to put in their initial Glasgow Coma Scale, then maybe you provided some sort of treatment and the patient got better, you could come in and put a second set of vitals later on showing that that improved. Under the Observations tab, there's going to be a level of consciousness that's going to be required on every single patient. The alert, verbal stimuli, to painful or unconscious. You would select one here. Now for the rest of these boxes here, you could fill these in. There's going to be extra information for the report, but if you put anything in here, you also need to document this in your patient care narrative, because this will not transfer into the narrative section. So let's say you're working a cardiac arrest. You still need to put in a set of vitals at least for whenever you arrive on the scene. The pulse rate will be 0, but you can select this drop down box here and put absent. If the patient's not breathing, you can also put absent. If they don't have a blood pressure, absent as well. And under the cardiac rhythm interpretation, you could select something here. Down your Glasgow Coma Scale, these are all going to be 1s across the board. And back on the basic tab of the vitals, if you get a heart rate or respiratory rate, blood pressure, but maybe you don't get a pulse oximetry reading, you can select this drop down box and put not assessed. All of these have a drop down box that says not assessed, so if you're not able to get any of the following, don't just leave it blank. Be sure to select that drop down box and select not assessed, or else the default value is going to be a 0. If you have any notes that you need to put in about this specific set of vitals, you can come over here to the notes section and type all these in here.